So a lot of you probably have heard this by now, so we have to address it, which thankfully our family, there's so much false information on the internet about our family through the years that most people don't even believe something that is true that's coming from a different source. But so I put a statement out, which I'm not sure when this will run, but basically I said, look, our family is fine. The report about the shooting was true. There was a drive-by shooting, and Willie's house and his son's house, John Luke, they were hit with bullets while they were inside.
Yep.
Now, Willie was not there, but his family was, and John Luke's family with their small baby was there. And so, but the good news is I have to really give our police and law enforcement, 2 thumbs up, because within 48 hours, they have a suspect, that they've arrested. So
pretty good within 2 days,
Yeah.
And look, they're checking camera. I mean, just everything you see on TV,
they had the vehicle that had pulled up on, I would say, a top 5 thoroughfare in West Monroe.
Yeah.
And I mean, it pulled up, but just they got it on camera. So I mean, you can imagine the noose began to tighten, because if you had that vehicle, well, you're getting pulled over. I mean,
how many of our friends do we know that drive similar vehicles? They're like, I'm getting pulled over, in town. I mean, our sheriff's department got after it, which was
what was weird is because I was in a parking lot and the guy pulls up in one of those vehicles, because now I'm looking. Well, so I just get in the ready, because I have a pistol now within arms. So I rolled out the window. I look, well, it's a guy I play golf with. I was like, hey man, I said, I saw that vehicle, and he said, the cops were at my house this morning. He said, I got the full treatment. I was like, well, sorry about that. But I'd like to just tell my perspective. This is in the middle of the day when this happened. And it was Friday, beautiful day, sun shining. I'm taking a nap at 2:30 in the afternoon on my couch. We're quarantine living. I usually take a nap around that area.
So this is right before you do your final stock looks and all that. That's right.
I don't know why y'all keep bringing that up.
This is his post-lunch nap before the final bell to get his stock.
No, it's like that song said when that guy said, well, I was tired.
Yeah. I saw you leaning up against the post. He said, but I was tired.
Yeah. What song is that?
It's no worse than I can't think of things.
Yeah, somebody will, I'm sure, let us.
Somebody will know.
No,
Unashamed Nation will know.
So I hear something, because very few things wake me up. Gunshots usually wake me up, but I was kind of like you. Even though I'm in town, I'm in a gated neighborhood. Most of the people in my neighborhood, they're my family. So I'm like, okay, my dog barked. So I'm like, what was that? I don't know.
And we're not in the city limits where we live.
Well, we're pretty close.
We're close, but in other words, we do hear some shooting from time to time. The refuge is right behind us. So I wake up a lot of times if I'm not hunting with y'all, hearing people busting woodies, and you can hear a lot. But it's not like it is out here.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
It's weird.
It was weird, but I go back to sleep. Well, then my phone starts ringing. Well, when I answer my phone, things change, because it was Kay, my mom, and she's like, here's what she said. But her voice, because you know how Miss Kay can be. She can be, embellish and exaggerate like most of the Robertsons.
There's a picture next to mom in the dictionary where it says hyperbole. Yeah. There's a picture of mom next to hyperbole. Yeah.
But the tone in her voice, I knew what she was saying was true, because it was, I don't know how I knew that, but she said, people have shot Willie's house. They've shot John Luke's house. The police are on their way. Now, how she knew about that within a few minutes, I don't know.
She's wired in.
I guess she has
a network of.
I guess they were like, I think the police, smartly so, thought,
there may be
let me let somebody get a hold to the rest of the family. It may be house to house. Because you got to remember, when you look at something in hindsight, it makes sense. That's why I thought I would share. This was my first experience with, I hear gunshots. Now I get the call. So you think, well, what do you do? because you got to remember, I was just asleep, So I had a rifle and a shotgun within 10 seconds in both hands. And so I'm like, because I'm thinking from what I knew, because I hung up on Mom, that's all I heard, and I just hung up, said, I need some weapons. Because I'm thinking house to house. I was doing it in my head. I didn't know if the guy's on foot.
Well, right.
I don't know. That's all I got. So I get my weapons, and I'm like, where's my family? And so I do a quick search of the house, and I see no one. And so I look outside. Of course, I'm looking for foe or my family. Well, Missy's, she's in the backyard, just whatever, gardening. And so I opened the door, which I didn't realize how I look. I have 2 guns. And I said, get in the house now. And she said, I think I just heard some gunshots, which is what she said.
Yeah.
But then I more sternly said, get in the house now. I scared her, she in the house. And so then I said, well, I'm not going to sit here. I had to make a decision kind of like you did, but I have in my mind, a live threat here.
Yep.
So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be a sitting duck. If I go down, I'm fixed to go look here. So I kind of went through a process in my mind. Okay, I may have to shoot somebody. I'm fine with that. If they're attacking, I'm under attack. And I thought, look small, because it's just, I kind of, all the years of hunting, I was looking at things because I realized most people think, when they go deer hunting, they go out in the woods, people who don't deer hunt, they're looking for deer. Well, you're not going to see them because they see you. And so you look for things out of place. And right. So I remember I looked at the wind because I thought if I have to use a rifle, I want to see which way the wind's going. And I actually looked down at my hand to see if it was shaking, and it wasn't, which I thought, well, that's good. Because
you never.
Well, I thought, do I need to go find a tree and get a rest? Because if I'm freehanding, my hands are shaking because my adrenaline's going, then I'm not going to go freehanded, And
then I thought, between you and me is when I got word, I was within arm's reach of an AR-15.
Well, I said it took me 5 seconds.
At all times.
I realize it, Phil. I used to think you were paranoid, but now you were prepared. You were right.
Just prepared.